friends, and welcome back to my channel. So friends, as you all know, my name is Jessica and I am insecure. My name is Jessica and this is how I look 99% of the time. Not with my makeup done, not with my hair done, not wearing nice clothes, wearing clothes with holes in them. Because that's just me. So having a following and putting myself out there as I do, I get a lot of comments, and I get comments a lot of the time, Jessica, you're so beautiful, you're so gorgeous, you're so pretty, your goals, if I look like you, I wish I looked like you, if I look like you, I'd be happy, the list goes on and on and on, I'm so jealous of you, etc. But when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, I still have my own insecurities, and no matter how many comments I get, no matter how many times I get told I'm beautiful, I still have those insecurities. And just like you, I'm sure you have been called beautiful or pretty or gorgeous or whatever it may be. I'm sure you've been complimented at some point in your life, but that doesn't change your insecurities. And someone can tell you you're beautiful 100 times every single day, but you're still going to feel the way you do because we're human, and every single person in this world has insecurities. And I'm no exception to any of those other billions of people in the world. I was just thinking to myself earlier, I was thinking, how many people in my life that I've met and just been in such awe of, or just been in such awe of their beauty and their aura and everything about them, and then getting to know them a bit better and, learning what their insecurities are. And every time that has happened to me, I've always been so shocked because their insecurities were always things that I would have said were the most beautiful things about them, and that I would never have said were a flaw or were, an issue. And I feel like that's something we tend to forget, is a lot of the time the things we're insecure about, nobody else sees them the way we do. We're very critical of ourselves. We live with ourselves. We literally look and inspect every inch of our bodies, and we will stare at something until we hate it. But we tend to forget that other people don't do that to us because other people are too busy doing that to themselves. And people tend to only see the good in other people. When someone calls me beautiful, I'm like, you think I'm beautiful? What about X, Y, Z, S, T, Q, B? Quite a few years ago now, I'd say 2-3 years ago, probably pushing on 3 years ago, I came across a video on YouTube, and it was from Dodie Clark, Doddle, I think I'm saying that right. And she did a video about her insecurities, and it really touched me. It really touched me. Dodie is such a genuine, amazing, down-to-earth, she's just such an amazing person. Words don't describe her. I don't think you'll ever meet somebody like her, and I would highly recommend you go and follow her if you don't already. But yeah, I came across this video anyways, and it really touched me, She was just talking about her insecurities in it, and I remember coming away from that video feeling so much better about my insecurity. It just opened my eyes, do you know what I mean? And I feel like when you can hear and relate to somebody else, somebody else maybe you follow, or somebody else you like, or whatever the case may be, and when you can relate to somebody, I just feel like it kind of opens your eyes a bit, and you're like, I'm not the only one, and you're not the only one. So I wanted to do my take on this video, and I was just thinking, if I can make one of you guys come away from this video feeling a little bit better about yourself, and a little bit more like, yeah, actually, why am I so insecure about that? Then I will honestly be so happy. So yeah, I just kind of want to talk a bit about my insecurities, and I've got a lot of them, to the point that I actually had to write them down because I was just I couldn't even keep track in my head anymore. Okay, so we're going to start with my first and my main insecurity, and this has always been such a huge insecurity of mine, and it is my skin. And I'm sure if you have been following me for a long time, you will know this insecurity. So yeah, my skin. I've always struggled with my skin. When I was 14, I think I got my first really bad breakout, and I actually got a really bad break out on my face of acne, and I dealt with that for about a year, and then I went medication, and I actually came off the pill about 9-10 months ago, and my skin has broken out again. Now I am doing a lot, and it is the best now that it has been in months. And if you guys would like to see a video on how I have been clearing up my skin, do let me know down below. But yes, it is the best it has been, but it has always been a huge insecurity of mine. But then, the last couple of weeks, I've just realized, why am I so insecure about my skin? Yes, it's not ideal, and I would rather have clear skin like I did when I was on the pill, but it's not forever, and my skin is not going to be like this forever. And also, this makes me who I am. Why should I be so insecure about something that is making me who I am? It's a few pimples on my face, it's a few spots, it's not permanent, and they're not going to be there forever. So why am I letting that affect me so much? It's unnecessary. There are so many bigger problems in the world than me stressing, and stressing is only making it worse. Me stressing over my skin is making my skin worse. So why stress about it? It is the way it is. All I can do is do my best to clear it up. And that's just how it is. Do you know what I mean? So my next insecurity are the bags under my eyes, okay? I have always pretty much had dark circles under my eyes. And can I just say, in the last 6 months, they have gotten a lot worse. Gotten a lot worse. They have gotten so much worse. And I just wake up some mornings and I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh my goodness gracious, it looks like I have not slept in a week. But you know what? That's the way I am. And I love my dark circles, because if I didn't have them, it would mean that I have them for a reason, I was up late, if I was working, if I was talking to a friend, if I, was watching telly because I couldn't sleep because my head was on overdrive, because my head is always on goddamn overdrive, and I suffer with insomnia, and I have them there for a reason, but it means I'm still alive, I'm still breathing, and I still have another day to go at, So if they're getting a bit bigger and my bags are getting a bit darker, then so be it, because they make me who I goddamn am. So while we're on the topic of my eyes, something else I'm extremely insecure about is that one of my eyes, I kind of have like a lazy eye. It's called like a stigmata. I don't know what it's called, but my sister always uses the word, but she also has it. And I'm extremely insecure about that. And I used to hate getting my photo taken because one eye is always like way more close than the other, and I'm just kind of like, and I look like I'm about to fall asleep. But I've come to learn that most people do, and most people's faces aren't perfectly symmetrical, because that's not the way the world works, So another huge insecurity of mine, and this is a really weird one, is my hands, okay? And let me tell you a bit about my hands. So I've actually got a circulation problem, a circulation condition in my hands and my feet. So basically what it means is, if I'm extremely cold, extreme weather, temperatures basically affect this condition and make it flare up. So if it's extremely cold and I'm extremely cold, my hands and my feet basically turn like purple. I'm not even joking you, like a reddy, purpley blue colour. And it's really bad. It's really bad. Like, they look fine now because it's quite warm in Ireland at the moment. But like all through the winter, through the autumn, like most of the time, unless I was inside in a warm place, my hands, like I genuinely look like I really am dying or something. Like, they go in extreme colour. And the amount of times I'd be filming a video or I'd take a photo, my hand would be in it, and it would be a really obvious different colour, and I would just, I've gotten so upset about it on numerous occasions. But I've come to realise, nobody's ever pointed it out. Nobody's ever commented on my weird hands and feet. And again, there's nothing I can do about it. I have to live with this for the rest of my life. So, like, I could spend the next 50 years of my life hating my hands and my feet and the condition I have. But where is that going to get me? And is that going to help me? And me stressing about it is probably only going to make my skin break out. And making my skin break out is just going to make me be insecure about that. So why should I waste my time stressing about my hands and my feet when there's someone out there that is just going to adore my discolored hands and feet, you know, and they're going to love them for the way they are. Just like you're someone out there that is going to love every little thing about you that you hate, and they wouldn't change it for the world. My next insecurity, and I'm sure quite a lot of my gals out there can probably relate, itty bitty titties. Itty bitty titty Camille girlfriend, okay? Now, this has always been an insecurity of mine, okay? So when I went on the pill, my boobs grew like 2 cup sizes, but I mean, they were still small. Like, you know, they were still small. But I mean, you know, ever since I came off the pill, they've gone back down to their original size, the size that they should be, because they're my boobs and nobody else has these boobs. And I'm meant to have these boobs because they're mine. But I've always been insecure about them, you know, and I have always wanted slightly bigger boobs, as most girls do. But then I came to the realization that, you know, I am never going to have back pain from boobs. I've come to the realization that if I want to go out and wear a little crop top and not wear a bra, then I can go out and wear a little crop top and not wear a bra, because my boobs don't need support, because they're really not that big. You know, and it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. And they're perky. You know, I'm always going to have perky little boobs, which a lot of people would love to have, you know. So I feel like I just have to love them. And I do love them because, you know, I was meant to have these boobs and they're perfect just the way they are. They don't need to be bigger. They don't need to be any different, you know. And someone else, my partner, is going to love my itty bitty boobies, and they're not going to want me to have biggie boobies. Yeah. I feel like something we always forget, and we tend to forget, is that, you know, you look at me and you might be like, oh my god, I'd love to have her this or that. But then I look at you and I'm like, I'd love to have her this and that. Or I'm looking at this person and you're looking at this person, but the person that I'm looking at is also looking at someone else. And the person they're looking at is also looking at someone goddamn else, saying, oh my god, look at her, look at him, look at them. They're amazing. You know, and it's a vicious cycle because we're humans and that's what we do, you know. But you've got to realise what you have and what you're insecure about, someone else is praying and wishing they had what you had. Someone wishes they had itty bitty titties because they don't want back pain. They want to wear crop tops without wearing a bra. They want perky boobs. And I'm over here being like, I don't like them, you know. And that's the way humans are. But I feel like we've got to realise somebody else would die, would kill to have what we have, but we're actually insecure about. And that's what we've got to realise. And we've literally got to learn to love what we don't really love, but we should, and we can get there. Something else I've always been extremely insecure about, and I remember I did a video with my sister, oh my god, we must be talking back in 2014, like 5 years ago now, and we did like a confidence video, I think, where we said 3 things we don't like about ourselves, 3 things we do like. And one of mine, and it's still an insecurity 5 years on, is my nose. And there were so many comments under that video being like, the first thing I noticed on this video, or the first thing I was thinking when I clicked this video, was her nose is so cute, her nose is so perfect, da, 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 da. That hasn't made me love my nose anymore, but I'm still insecure about it, you know. But it just shows that, you know, an insecurity of mine, someone looks at me and that's the first thing they notice, in a good way, you know. And it's the same with you. And we've got to realise that. But I've always been insecure about my nose. I think it's too big for my face, and one side of my face, this side is okay, but when I go this side, I have a bump in my nose. It doesn't make any sense to me. If I go this side of my face, no bump. This side of my face, bump. How does that even happen? I don't know, but I've always been insecure about it. If I get a photo taken from this side of my face or anything, like, I'm literally like, oh my god, kill it. Kill it. What is it? It needs to die, and it needs to die now. But then, like, I have seen some of the most beautiful noses in my life, and they have bumps, you know, and I'm like, oh, your nose. And then I'm over here stressing about my bloody nose. Jessica, like, your nose is fine. Your nose is fine. You can smell, you can breathe. I mean, that's the main thing at the end of the day, isn't it? I can live another day through my nose because my nose enables me to breathe. And if that isn't pretty goddamn amazing, then I don't know what is. Another insecurity of mine, we're going to be here for a while, my skin. I've always hated my fair skin. I am as white as a goddamn milk bottle. I'm as white as a ghost. I came back from Florida 2 years ago, and my dad said to me, Jessica, I've never seen somebody come home from a hot country, 30 plus degree heat, come home looking paler than they left. Now, that hurt. Like, he didn't mean it in a bad way, but that hurt because that's a big insecurity of mine. But that's just the way it is. I don't tan. I can't tan for shit. And that's just the way it is. I will burn. I will be out in the sun for 10 minutes. I will come back in. I will be as red as a tomato. And I will not tan. That burn will fade and make me paler. Because that's who I am, okay? And my skin has always been an ongoing battle, you know, and I used to fake tan a lot and literally layer myself in fake tan. I'm sure you remember if you've been following me for a while. But yeah, I used to like just destroy myself in fake tan because I just hated my skin that much. And the last, like, I haven't worn fake tan in so long. I wore it once in like the last like 7 months or something. And I'm learning to love my skin, you know what? And I do because that's my skin, and there's people out there who would love to have fair skin, you know, and I might look at them and be like, I'd love to have your lovely tanned olive skin, but I'm never going to have that naturally, okay? And I've got to work with what I've got, and this is what I've got, and you know, I mean, I love it. So another insecurity of mine is my bum. I have been working out pretty consistently now for like 2 years. And no matter what I do, my bum just does not seem to want to grow. And that's okay. No, it's not. It's really not okay. But yeah, I've worked my ass off trying to grow my bum, and it's a struggle. It has been a struggle, and it just isn't going anywhere. I have never really had much of a bum, you know, it's much perkier now, and it is like the perkiest little bottom I've ever had because I've been trying to grow it, but it's not been working. But I mean, yeah, when I was younger, do you know when you're a woman, like, you know, tend to, if you're stood to the side, you know, you'll tend to go out a little bit on your boobs, a little bit on your bum, you know, a little bit of curvaceous going on. But when I was younger, I was always just like there, like I was just there, like there was no outage of my boobs because itty bitty titties, and there was no outage of my bum. I was just as flat as a little pancake. And you know, now there is more there, you know, it's a little bit of little curve and a little one on my bum, you know, and it's the perkiest it's ever been, you know, it's a little perky, a little bit round, but it's not big, there's not a lot going on there, and it's not what I want. But I'm obviously, that's not how I'm built, you know. Some girls are built and if they're trying to put on weight or build muscle, it will naturally go to their bum because everyone's built in a certain way. Everyone's bones, everyone's bodies are built differently, and that's just the way it is. And also, it's this trend now of big bum, big boobs. That's what our current thrive just is, and you're seeing everywhere. Instagram, YouTube, everywhere is big bum, big ass, and that's just how it is. But we all don't look like that, and that's fine. That is fine because we're fucking beautiful just the way we are, and our bums are perfect. Our little itty bitty bums are perfect just the way they are. Don't you let anyone tell you they're not. You know, it enables for me to sit down and be comfortable and not, you know, get sore. And you know, it helps me and it aids me, and it means I can stand up and I can run and I can do all the things that I wouldn't be able to do without a bum. So I mean, some people don't have bums. I've got a bum. I mean, it could be a lot worse, couldn't it? Another insecurity of mine is my body hair. As you can tell, this is my natural hair colour. I am very dark haired. I have very dark brown hair. It's not black, it's dark brown. And I also have dark body hair everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. My body hair. Okay, but yeah, I've always had dark body hair on my legs, on my arms, on my tummy. You know, we get hair everywhere, on my fucking face, on my JJ. Like, I just have dark body hair, and a lot of people do, you know. And I've always just wanted fair body hair because, like, some of my friends, like, I've got very hairy arms as well. It's the only place I don't shave. But, you know, some of my friends have hairy arms, and you can't even tell there's hair on their arms because their hair is not fair. And I've always just wanted fair hair. But I don't have fair hair, and I'm never going to have fair hair. There is nothing I can do in this world that is going to make me have fair hair. So why don't I just accept it, and why don't I just love it, you know? I have lovely, natural, dark brown hair that a lot of people will dye their hair to achieve my colour. you know, whereas I was naturally born with it, you know. So another insecurity, and a pretty big one of everyone's, you know, and to be fair, this wouldn't be like half as big as a lot of the ones I've just talked about, but stretch marks. I did go through a huge phase like a couple of years ago where, oh my god, I despised them, like, and I used to get so upset about them. But so yeah, I woke up one day and I was just like, the thought just came into my head, okay? I was like, hold up. Hey, it's the sound of the motherfucking MVP. No, so yeah, the thought came into my head. I woke up and I was like, Jessica, okay, we all come into this world as babies, right? Itty bitty babies, right? Itty bitty babies, like this size, tiny, okay? And now, just say me, I came into the world like this, and now look at the size of me. I'm bloody giant, like I'm huge. My arms, my legs, my head, everything has grown immensely. And I was like, how could you physically get from this thing to this big old lump and not have stretch marks? Like, if you just think about it, like, that is insane. Like, I just feel like I've never heard anyone put it like that, you know? And it's just, that's just the way it is. Every single person, every gender, no matter who you are, you've got goddamn stretch marks, and I'm sorry, honey, but it's the way it is. And if you don't, well, I'm afraid you're not human, because there's no way you could get from being that size to this big lump and not have them. So, I mean, it's pretty goddamn amazing when you think about that we've gone from this size to this size and only have a few little marks to show for it. To just have that, to go from that size to that size, is amazing. And I think, you know, I think we should embrace them, because it just shows how far we've come. And it also shows the journey you've been on from being this small to this small, and everything you've gone through. They're your battle goddamn scars. And fucking love them and embrace them. Yeah, you hear me? So, another insecurity of mine is my jawline. Okay, so I've still got this pencil in my hand. I've always wanted like a very defined, sharp jawline. I think most of us do, don't we? Like, it's, but I don't, you know? And some people have this chiseled jawline. Some people get surgery to achieve the chiseled jawline. But I naturally don't have it, and I wasn't born with it, you know? And I don't have a very defined jawline, you know? I have a jawline, obviously. We all have a jawline, because if you don't have a jawline, then you don't have a face. But, you know, it's not as, like, you know, as much as I'd like it to be. Ooh, a bit of a flash there. It's not as sharp and chiseled as I'd like it to be. But nobody has this jaw. I am the only person with this jaw. So, it's my jaw. And I love my jaw. Because my jaw means I can chew, my jaw means I can talk, my jaw means I can sing terribly, my jaw means I can drink, my jaw enables me to do a lot of things. And without my jaw, I wouldn't even be able to do this. I wouldn't even be able to yawn. Life would be shit without my jaw. So why wish it was more chiseled? Because it's perfect the way it is. I have a couple more that I'm going to go through. You're probably like, bloody Christ, woman, how many insecurities do you have? Well, you know, it's not even all of them. But bruises. Thin hair. Bruises. I bruise very easily. Like, I do not mean like... I feel like people don't understand when I say this. They're like, oh, I bruise easily. It's like, no. Hold up. Like, literally, right? I will have a bruise there tomorrow. Like, it's really bad. I remember once somebody genuinely thought I was getting physically abused because I was covered in that many bruises, and the reality of it was that I just had a really bad fall. And yeah, so I, at any given time on my body, probably have about minimum 15 bruises. And that is no word of a lie. I am just a little peach, and I hate it, because anytime I have an event on, anytime I want to go somewhere, for example, my grad, I had this lovely dress, my debs, like my prom, a big slit in the side of my leg. What did I go and do? A couple of days before, this big black purple bruise, like, literally showed up right on the front of my leg. I'm not sure if it was my knee or it was like just my shin, but it was awful, and no tan, no makeup, nothing would cover it. And this happens to me all the time. Big events, kind of occasions, special occasions I have to go to where I want to get my legs out. You know, that's never going to change, and there's nothing I can do about that. So if there's nothing I can do about it, why let it affect me? And if I have to go to an occasion and I have 3 big black dirty purple bruises on my legs, then so what? Because it's not going to ruin anyone's day, and it's not going to affect anyone there, is it? No. So why am I letting it affect my emotions, letting me get stressed and upset about it, when it's just a few bruises that are going to fade? You know what I mean? And then we've got my thin hair. So since I've come off the pill, my hair has gotten so much thinner and really thinned out compared to what it used to be. I used to have beautiful, long, thick hair, and it's just gotten very thin, mainly down to the fact that I've only had like 2 periods in the space of like 9 months. Like, that's not healthy. Missing a period really affects a woman's body, if you didn't know that, in so many ways, and your hair thinning is one of them. But I'm just hoping, you know, my period is just gonna go back to normal and my hair will come back. But, you know, again, you know, I've come off the pill, I'm letting my body do its thing naturally, and, you know, in the process I've had breakouts, my hair has thinned, etc. But it just means I'm not pumping my body with chemicals. My body is now working all on its own, and, you know, that's amazing. And, you know, I still have hair. You know, it's not the end of the world. There's so many people out there who don't even have any hair and would just kill to have hair. So because my hair has gotten a lot thinner than it used to be, I mean, it could be so much worse. And is it really the end of the world? No, it's not, you know. And I feel like you should do this. Sit down and write out all your insecurities, but then write the good things. Like, you know, my itty bitty titties, no back pain, can wear a crop top, can get my boobies out, they're not going to be hurting me, they don't need support all the time, you know. And write a positive about them, because there's a positive in every negative. And if you have an insecurity, there are so many positives about that insecurity, and it could always be so much worse. And I feel like we've just got to work on learning to love our flaws, because our flaws make us who we are, and there's someone out there who will adore every little thing about you, you know. And that's just the way it is. So I feel like we spend too much time like judging ourselves and wishing we look different and comparing ourselves to other people, but at the end of the day, nobody looks like us, and we're the only one in the world that looks like us, unless you've got an identical twin. I mean, like, not everybody, like, not that many people have identical twins, so please don't come at me in the comments, but you know what I'm saying. Like, most of us are the only ones who look like us, you know. I know they say most people have a double ganger, a twin out there, but no one has your features, your exact features. And that's amazing. You're so unique. You're so unique, and you don't even realize it. And we need to start loving ourselves for that. We need to love how unique we are, and all we are. Because, as I said, someone out there would do anything to have certain features you have, or, you know, your certain ways, or whatever it may be. But yeah, I think we just really got to work on loving our flaws, because they make us who we are, and without them, we wouldn't be ourselves. Without all these flaws, I wouldn't be Jessica. And without all these flaws, the people in my life, what was that? The people in my life wouldn't love me, because I wouldn't be me. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed this, you know. I really did enjoy just sitting down and getting real and being real, and all in my holy clothes and my awful hair and my big bags. It was great. So yeah, please do leave a comment down below. I'd love you to leave a comment telling me 3 of your insecurities, and then telling me why, like a positive in them, like I did throughout this video. So yeah, guys, thank you so very much for watching. I love you all so very much. You don't even understand. Your support, your comments, your kindness means more to me than you'll ever know, and I gotta get emotional. But yeah, I can't wait to see you on my next video, and I love you all so very much. Bye bye, friends.